Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IF Whale Inspiration for Your Life. It's great to be with you. It is January 26, 2023, 11:25 p.m. Getting this done before the crack of midnight. And welcome. We have another great master topic that we're wrapping up today and tomorrow. We start on a Saturday, we roll all the way through the week, and we end up on a Friday. Lots of great things to share with you tonight. If you're new, grab your smartphone, please. Launch your camera app, point over that QR code like so, touch the yellow link, and you know what? You're going to be directed to my link tree in just a couple seconds. And if you're coming back, welcome back, my friends, colleagues, and wonderful associates. I appreciate you so much from the bottom of my heart that you're coming back to support me. Really appreciate that. And I want to thank those that watch us on the replay, whether that's 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 10 p.m., or just 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. Let's get right into the master topic because I know you're anxious to hear that. Here we go. First of all, we are on series 2, which is year 2. We're on show number 4, and we're on episode number 6. Remember, there's always 7 episodes in one show, and we are on series 2, which is for the entire year of 2023. We're talking about understanding how to tell a story. So telling a story sometimes gets confusing because a lot of people, what they want to do is they want to make a difference in people's life. But the way they do it is not a great way. They think that it's best to, I don't know, change the details around, and they want to make themselves look good, right? That's how it works with them. And so I'll tell you that it can be a little bit challenging. Um, and when I say that, people do this because they want to get attention. Why do they do that? I think they do it because they're new and they're expecting something. And it's not a bad thing. It's just they don't necessarily know where to go with their life. So I always tell people this: if someone tells you a story, like it could be something as simple as your significant other, your partner, your what have you, friend, or colleague, and the story gets too detailed, right? It seems like they're like writing a book on every little detail. Well, try to get them to repeat that story. And what you're going to notice is that those details are not the same. They're going to seem so specific, but when they repeat it, you're going to catch them because, like, wasn't the car red? Oh, no, it was blue. Well, you said it was red. Oh, I meant it was blue. And didn't you say that you went there after the party? No, I said before the party. Who's telling the story? Well, the story you're telling me keeps changing. No, it doesn't. Yeah, you see, you told me that story before. You told me at lunch, and now, and I've had you retell it so I can kind of understand it. But it's also come clear to me that this story really didn't happen. Of course, it did. Well, if it happened, you wouldn't be trying to share details that are so specific. And now you're gonna like scare them because the worst thing that you could do is impress upon them that the story is not true. Now you found them out, and now they don't know what to do. So they're like, "What do I do now? What do I say?" And so when you tell a story, if someone is putting too much embellishment into the story, they're trying to get you to forget about the facts of the story and think more about the different things. And so when you get someone to repeat that story, it changes. Let me give you an example. So let's say you had a relative and they told you that they couldn't help you because they were going to do homework. Fine. So you might ask a question like, well, oh, that's great. I understand. What homework assignment were you working on? Oh, just something for my chemistry class. Oh, okay. And later on, you might say, gee, how did you do with your chemistry homework? I didn't have chemistry homework. I had, and now you kind of got them. You didn't have chemistry. You said you had chemistry. Did you even have class today? Um, well, did you or didn't you? No. Well, what did you do today? We played hooky. Hmm. You put a lot of effort into that story. And I have to tell you, I almost believed you. But when you got so specific on all the details, the colors, the doors, you got so into it. And then I asked you to repeat it. And you didn't realize that you were giving me different information each time. And today when I asked you, and you didn't click well when I said science, you were like, I didn't have science. So well, what did you have? And you couldn't tell me. Your brain froze on you. That's how you catch somebody. You catch that person because they were trying to over impress you. Over impress you. And so when somebody tries to over impress you, you think that they're doing the right thing, but actually, they're not. They're not doing the right thing. And so I have to tell you that a lot of people do this for a very interesting reason. A very interesting reason. And that reason might sound crazy, but if you just tell the truth, then there's no issue. There's no issue. But people feel that if they give so much extra information that you're going to forget about the facts. So the art of storytelling is great, but don't use storytelling to try to manipulate someone. Don't do that. Because that will just destroy your credibility. And you don't want to destroy your credibility, do you? I don't think you do. Because once you destroy your credibility, it's like things are different. Things are different. And if things are different, then how do you fix that? You fix that by making a connection to what the truth really is. And so stories are great, but sometimes what happens in a story is people just get so they get so inundated with a story. And because your brain's following it, you're not really paying attention. But then when you ask them to repeat it because maybe you're interested, and then they don't want to retell the story, that's a good indication that they're probably lying. They're probably covering something up. So a story will help bridge sometimes information that could seem kind of hard to understand. A story is also good because it can cause a natural ramp into something else. Like you might be telling a story about how you fix something, and then it can just ramp right into the fact that, and because I fixed that, people trust me every day to fix their technology. And I know that's why you want me here today to fix yours. See how I kind of ramped right off that story into those other things? That's what stories can do. As long as the story is genuine, as long as the story is not meant to manipulate. Now, you can use the story to convince somebody, but don't say that you're an expert in, I don't know, genealogy when you don't know the first thing about a gene or a chromosome, right? It creates a false expectation. A false expectation. And with a false expectation, people sometimes don't get back to things because they are actually misled. So you'll have lots of stories in your life. You can choose to make a story interesting, choose to make a story boring. But why would you want to make it boring? Why wouldn't you want to make it captivating? Because if you're using a story as a tool and it's not exciting the other person, then why are you even using it? And if that story creates not only a connection, it might even forge a bond. So there's one thing, you can have a story where you can just get to know each other, but there could be a story that literally builds a bond of trust between you and that person. And when that happens, it's like you're in your own world with that person. And there could be other people around, but no matter what you say, it's like you're in this rapport with them, and a good rapport. And everybody else is kind of like, are they speaking like a different language? I don't understand them. And that's why some people can get a little bit, how can I say, they could get a little bit crazy because they don't realize what it's doing. They don't realize what it's doing. And by not knowing what it's doing, that can make a change. So when you think about a story, I want you to make a commitment to tell the best story you can, not to manipulate someone. Don't do that. Tell them a story that is going to make a difference in people's lives. A story that's going to make a difference in people's lives. And you might say, John, how can I make a difference in somebody's lives? Well, making a difference in someone's life is something that can make something special. Okay. And when somebody has that kind of epiphany, that moment, like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that, they get drawn in more to your situation. They do. They get drawn in more to your actual situation. And think about what it means to you when you could tell a story and it literally captivates someone. I think it's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor to be with you this amazing Thursday evening. We have one more night together on this magical topic. Telling a story is so powerful. Like, love, support the channel. Definitely comment below. Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. And be sure to go to my YouTube channel, John Spacey, space Morley, space serial entrepreneur, and look for that key phrase, help keep our content free. And then make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, or a savory dessert. Either way, we'll be very grateful. Those pennies and dollars will invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping, empowered content to change your life if you really want to. I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow to wrap up with our episode number 7. Take care, everyone.